Everyone knows about disadvantages of being a startup because there's a list of them, but there's advantages to being a startup, and I want to focus on those advantages, high level, and then specific tactical takeaway advantages of being a startup. That was the wrong way. Oh, God. Down is up here. All right, so a lot of advantages stem from the concept of hustle, right? We hear this word. Hustle is not about sleazy or scheming. Hustle is about finding the most efficient path to a very good business outcome. And this is a driver of, I think, a lot of the advantages we have as startups. So these are some high-level main advantages that I think we have as a startup. I'm only going to zero in on 2 of them for time because I think the middle 2 are pretty self-explanatory. The first one, influence and interest. I think this is something that we don't think about as much. As a founder, probably you're working on something new. You're probably at the edge of technology or on the frontiers doing something new. That's cool. People want to learn about that. People want to hear about that. So play up the fact when you're looking to do a sale or connect with an influencer. You're a founder and you're challenging, you're doing something new, you're on the frontiers of a problem. So recognize that as an advantage. The last one, because the middle 2 are kind of explanatory, is really centered around the fact that you don't stop at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Your business as an entrepreneur, as a founder, is your life. You're looking at the problems and the challenges that exist in the world through the lens of your business and what you do, and that's a huge advantage that you have. Now, that's the high-level stuff, but I want to get into some takeaways that can be valuable for you when you leave today. And specifically, looking at some software, some Chrome extensions, some things that you can use to get 5x what your enterprise competitor is going to get in terms of productivity. I'm going to throw the business development sales hat on this and sort of specifically look at that, but Chrome extensions, software solutions for productivity obviously apply across the board. But again, going to zero in on how to get 5x out of your efficiency as a startup BD person. So we know that most inboxes at enterprise companies do still look like this today. Womp womp. But yours can look like this. Sweet. See those Chrome extensions in the top right? You've got some integrations there on the left. Your inbox can perform a lot better. And I'm going to specifically show you what it can do. So when you look at the BD or the sales cycle, right, we've got the prospecting, reaching out, we've got sort of tracking how that sales pipeline's going, and then of course the ever important close. At every step along the way, I'm pretty excited about the fact that there's something that can make that process easy for you. So I'm going to jump into some tools that I find to be really helpful. Obviously, it's about playing with and finding out what works for you. These things are free, so take advantage of them. Put them in your inbox, see what you can do to get higher productivity. So, of course, we all know about LinkedIn. Great tool for finding people, but unless they read InMail, because I don't read InMail, you probably want to connect on another channel. So Connectifier, great Chrome extension that basically scrapes the internet. If you're on somebody's LinkedIn profile, it's going to scrape the internet, find out all contact information for that individual. Sometimes very creepy, but also very powerful. Reaching people, right? So we all know that Twitter is great. It's a good way to identify people. It's a good way to be sort of personal and talk about things that matter to them. And that's great. That's known. So use Twitter for sure. The Twitter. But Boomerang, this one's really cool. So I call it sort of Sunday night sort of email blitz, where it'll be, your day's filled, you're getting pinged from every which way, and you don't really get stuff done. But on a Sunday night, for example, you might just sit down for 4 hours and crush out all these emails, right? They might be sales emails. They could be any style of email. But if you're on the receiving end of that and you get somebody emailing you at 2 a.m. on a Sunday night, it's like, this guy's weird. Like, get a life, man. So what do? You use Boomerang. Boomerang is a tool. There's many that do this, but Boomerang is a tool that allows you to delay the send of your email. So that email was concocted and sent at Tuesday at 8:30 a.m., not written at Sunday night. So another good tool for connecting, reaching with people you're trying to get in touch with. Tracking, this stuff's cool. Creepy sometimes, but very cool. So HubSpot, we probably have heard of HubSpot. This is a great one. So once you've established a relationship with a potential lead or customer, you can see how they're behaving on your website. And this is a great way to understand what matters to them. Wistia, very, very cool tool. This is a video tracking tool. So if I'm doing a demo of my product and I show you a demo, I send you a video, I'm gonna send you a link to Wistia, you're gonna watch that video, and I'm gonna see where you stopped, where you paused, where you rewound, what interested you about the product. And the last one, Streak. This thing's really great. You know, you're gonna send 100 emails and probably 10 will be opened, but that's 90 that just get lost. Unless you snooze them using Streak, they'll come to the top of your email and you can stay on top of things. That is, oh, I gotta get this order right. Bonus stuff, spy stuff. What is your competition spending their money on for advertising? SpyFu, BuzzSumo, these things are really cool tools that can help you better understand how your customers or your competition is getting customers. So enterprise is catching up. You have the opportunity right now. Go out there, do it, use Chrome extensions, use efficiency tools, and get 5x productivity. Oh, okay, yeah.
Questions?
Someone must want to know about some tool or something like that. Wow. There's a lot of, hey.
You ever find with HubSpot that large companies blacklist your email or don't allow it?
With HubSpot. Oh, Sidekick, blacklisting your email because you're using pixels to track if your email's been open. I haven't run into that yet. I think it's more a question of just like, if you're asked, yeah, I use it. It's how I think being very transparent about it is the approach there. I haven't been blacklisted. I haven't heard of anyone who has, but certainly, it's a possibility.
Anyone else? Any other questions about tools?
Yep. Oh.
Where is it?
I'll go. Can you talk a little bit more about that snooze feature? How does that work?
Snooze?
If I'm a sender of many emails, as I am.
Yeah.
So how do I get that to the top of people's inbox?
Yeah, so the question was around snoozing an email or using Streak, as I showed near the end. I think there's a lot of tools that do this. I've focused in on specific ones. Streak is one that essentially I'll send you an email, and because I'm the one maybe soliciting you, I know the likelihood that you're going to answer on the first email is low, right? So I'm going to send you that email. I'm going to snooze it once it's in my outbox for, say, 2-3 days. On day 3, it's going to bump to the top of my email. I would have checked off snooze. Don't bump to the top if you've responded. But if you haven't responded, it's going to come to the top of my email, and then I'm going to follow up with you. So it's a really good way to just stay on top of, tons of different conversations you might be having.
So it doesn't resend to me?
No, it's my inbox. I'll send it, and then I'll say, remind me in 3 days if nobody's responded. It'll remind me if nobody's responded. I'll follow up with you.
Just a thought for you.
Yeah.
Does the same thing. You could have if you don't get replied to, you can send it to that email automatically, send the follow-up for 5 days.
It's true. I find that Streak performs a little bit better, and I also like to test the RAM of my iMac and just crush it with 1 million Chrome extensions. It's pretty wild.
Last question. Can you please talk to us more about the email scheduler?
Boomerang is a tool. Again, lots of tools do this. Sorry. The question is, talk about the email scheduler tool. So I think you're speaking to Boomerang, which allows you to write an email today and send it at a specific time. Basically, you just, these are Gmail or extensions, right? They're Chrome extensions. So Boomerang is one of them, and it allows you to write an email, like I said, on a Sunday night, pick the time you want it to deploy, and it'll go. Yeah. Yes. What does Rover do? Am I allowed to answer that, or is that business? Right. So we're basically a proximity marketing platform. So proximity is a huge component of relevance on mobile, right? Where you are, what matters to you, right? And so it's kind of tough from a technical perspective. What we do is make it really easy for enterprise marketers to deliver proximity-based content to their users on their app. We do that with sports teams in the NHL and the NBA who are looking to deliver an innovative sort of fan experience at the arena, ACC, for example. But also with big retailer who are looking to deliver, that in-aisle experience on mobile. Back. Castle laws. Put your, MailChimp makes that easy, but whatever you're using, obviously, your address. I'm not a lawyer. I'm sure there's lots here the guy in the blue shirt needs a lawyer. There's only one blue shirt. There's rules, right? You got to put your email in there. I mean, I think from my perspective, when I use tools like that, it's about being considerate, and considerate is really about being personal. If I send you something that's completely irrelevant because I haven't done my research, then I'm wasting your time and you should come after me. But I think it's really important that you identify like who are you speaking to and be relevant, be value add. And then, you know, people are going to be less